All right. Do the Jets have a quarterback controversy on their hands? Well, this is bubbling up before the season. People were saying, what if Joe Flacco does this and that, and the Jets have this record? Do we roll with the guy who gives us the better chance of winning, or do we develop the veteran? Some Jets fans are just so sick of losing. Some Jets fans say, no, you got to see what you have in Zach. And to be honest, I don't think it's one or the other. I think it's a false dichotomy. And where is this coming from? Well, Joe Beningo put it out there. Apparently, I haven't even watched it. I don't really follow Joe Beningo that closely, nothing personal. But it's been a thing. It's been a thing in Jets fan circles, right? Now, I think it's a false dichotomy because I think we have to really look at what Joe Flacco is doing with some perspective. On the surface, Joe Flacco has done some things that are really impressive. I mean, the win on Sunday, phenomenal. Clutch, huge, big time. Joe Flacco threw 4 touchdowns in a game. Joe Flacco has consecutive 300-yard games to start the season. First Jets quarterback to do that in over 15 years, since Chad Pennington did it in 2006. Those consecutive 300-yard games have Joe Flacco third in the NFL in passing yards. More passing yards than Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert. All right, and he also broke the September losing streak. So on the surface, you're looking like, man, we got to ride the hot hand, and we have to end the losing. Enough is enough. We have to end the losing. But I would say it's not even a debate between developing Zach or winning more games with Joe Flacco, because I don't think that Joe Flacco is capable of playing at a level over the course of 17 games that makes this a real question. And I think that we're underrating Zach Wilson and what he could look like, what he will look like with this completely different offense around him. Number one, Joe Flacco. Again, I give him credit for all the things he's done, but if you watch the games, the ball placement has been pretty shoddy. Okay. Short in over the middle. In Cleveland, he was on the money. Obviously, he had the freebie to Corey Davis. But anytime he has to push the ball outside the hashes and past 10 yards, there's a lot of just sailing out of bounds. I mean, Garrett Wilson, unbelievable. But if you watch the film in the first 2 games, I'm not exaggerating. If Garrett Wilson had a top tier QB, like an elite QB, he's got 6 or 7 touchdowns. I'm not kidding. If he's got an average QB, he's probably got 4 touchdowns. So where does that leave Zach Wilson? Well, I think Zach Wilson gives us a few things right off the bat that would be an improvement over what Joe Flacco is giving us. Number one is the mobility. I think as NFL fans, I think we underrate the degree to which quarterback mobility masks offensive line deficiencies. Like, I've heard a lot after the Baltimore game, people were like, it doesn't matter who's behind that offensive line. Not true, man. Not true. Zach Wilson was Houdini last year with his escapability. The problem was Zach Wilson also held the ball so long that he got himself sacked just as often as he got himself out of sacks. Okay, now why did Zach Wilson hold the ball so long last year? Well, I don't know. Maybe because the wide receiver that played the most snaps for the Jets last year was Keelan Cole, and the tight end that played the most snaps was Ryan Griffin, and the running back that played the second most snaps was Ty Johnson. This is a completely different team, not to mention upgrading a Pro Bowl guard over GVR. Now, and think about it. Last year, Zach Wilson, when he came back from injury, Elijah Moore was gone. Corey Davis is gone. Michael Carter was gone. I mean, his number one wide receiver down the stretch is Braxton Berrios, and I don't know if Garrett Wilson is going to let Braxton Berrios get on the field this year. Garrett Wilson, in and of itself, Zach Wilson might have a number one wide receiver when he comes back in Garrett Wilson. Right out of the box, ready to go. If you look at Joe Flacco's passer rating when Garrett Wilson is on the field is over 105. When Garrett Wilson is not on the field, Joe Flacco's passer rating is under 70. So just that addition alone, how much of a big difference would that make? Even if we had rookie Zach Wilson playing with Elijah Moore, not getting hurt, Corey Davis still on the field, Garrett Wilson here, Breece Hall here, Laken Tomlinson here, AVT in year 2, Mike LaFleur calling plays in year 2, an improved defense that can play a little bit of complementary football. It's a fake question. Zach Wilson is going to give us a better chance to win football games this year and beyond. And even if it's close, like if Joe Flacco was a top, if he was like a Jimmy G, like, oh man, this guy's like, I don't know, the 14th to 18th best quarterback in the league, and we have a roster that's ready to go, and we can go win a couple playoff games, that I'm on the side of Beningo. I'm saying sit Zach, let him simmer, and let's go win a couple playoff games. But that's just not the reality of the situation. Okay? It's just not. And Zach Wilson, the second he's healthy, he's got to play. Joe Flacco's done his job. His job is the backup. Zach Wilson's the starter. Go Jets.